Hello, welcome back. We got some evocation completed. We are on the way to 9. That's kind of cool. I don't usually have level 9 in any skill or research. Throne of Ur has been claimed by somebody. I'll take that in a second. Some Voice of Apsu, no more sights this turn. Floral Arrangement, Edible, has cast Mother Oak successfully. So we have a global up. We're the first person to get a global up. Pretty cool. Agartha has a new prophet. I don't think we found any sites or anything. We successfully lured a caretaker into the sea, though, so congratulations to Secret Santa. We put Pannonia under siege. No PD, so that's pretty cool. We took Small Sea with our god. Turns out there's no PD here, so that's one more water province for us, and one less temple for Tianqi. And then we got a water mage arriving at the Lake of Living Water. 6 pearls, and one of your commanders has visited a witch, hoping to get cured from his leprosy. Instead, the man was turned into a monster by an evil crone. So we now have a cockatrice. I don't know what this... It says one of your commanders. I have no idea who that was. I don't know if it was a mage. I was wondering if we should, like, Gift of Reason this thing and see if it still has magic or something. I genuinely don't know what this is. Was it really a commander, or was it like... When it says one of your commanders, is that just like prose? It's not an actual commander in the province. I don't know, maybe I'll... do we have that researched, actually? A Gift of Reason? Is it enchantment? Is it thaumaturgy? We don't have it yet. I don't know, maybe I should try turning this back into a commander to see if it's still got magic, because I genuinely don't... I don't know what we had here that we don't have now. Well, either way it happened. We've got a cockatrice now. Pannonia is lightly damaged, lost a scout, and cured 1 unit of disease. And that's it for messages. Yeah, we got a global up. That's cool. And one of the thrones was claimed, right? Let's see. Man has bureaucracy, okay. We've got the outer throne now. Pretty nice. Right, water's been claimed by Erythea. Gaia's been claimed by Bergerus. Yep, I remember that one. So Pythium has crystal and air. Okay, I think that's the one that just got claimed. Quite nice. Iron Throne. Agartha has that one. Pretty fitting one for Agartha, I think. And Kale has the Golden Throne as well. Oh, this would be a nice pickup for us, wouldn't it? 200 more gold. So that's this thing. Damn, we need to get on that. Anyway, okay, this turn. Right, looks like Man is about to finish off Tianqi, because that is a 700 unit stack, so... it's a shame that this is all heat scales over here, because we could do what Kalem just did. If we get, in trouble, we could throw some Murdering Windsor at this thing. But, let's just hope they're satisfied fighting Tianqi for now. I'm going to have my god try and take Kareen. I don't think he's going to be successful. I put him on attack so that he doesn't just breath himself and get sent home, but whatever, he can give it a shot, trying to kill a couple of things and make the army rout. It's like, what, 300 units worth of PD? I don't imagine he'll be successful, but if he does get hit, he'll just go straight home anyway, so might as well give it a shot. I probably will try to take this at some point with what we've got in World Pillar, since it looks like Tianqi's probably just going to get sat on next turn. We'll see though. Besides that, still just building stuff up in World Pillar. Not doing much over here. I am forging an enchanted mirror, like I said I would last turn. So we'll have another one of those next turn. Might be a bit late though. So this is the turn that Kalem is arranging to get water gems from somebody. I believe Erythea might have sold him some. So he could have another 40 water gems now ready to go. Maybe even another 80, who knows. So... Next turn he'll be casting that. So I'm going to try and bait it into Dragon Point. So I'm doing 2 things. First up, I'm going to try and dome Furia a bit. So I've got a Forest Dome going up, which is, something. And I'll try and get an Astral Dome up next turn as well. I'm actually forging a Crystal Coin this turn so that we can give 2 boosters to an Astral Mage and have them cast it. So this guy could do it. So I'll dome this province, and while I'm doing it, I'm also having somebody cast Breath of the Desert on this province as well, to bump up the heat scales. Because if the province is warm, Murdering Winter won't do anything. So I'll try and keep us in Furia safe for a second. We're domed, we're hot. So all this stuff is just moving away. And while I'm doing that, I'm leaving some units behind, and I'm bringing over a commander with an enchanted mirror. So it'll look like there's about 100 units here if it's a big report. If the report low rolls, it'll only look like 60 units, unfortunately, but next turn I'll just move another mirror in, and it'll just look like I'm building up units here constantly. And then we'll just try and bait Murdering Winters. And then while we're doing that, we're sitting on Pannonia and sieging it, so we're doing a little bit of damage. It's going to take about 7 turns to crack open. I'm sending over a Siege Axe this turn, though, so we'll keep doing damage to it. And we'll also keep trying to push Dominion and Heat Skulls. So I'm getting another temple down in Silverfangs, and then I'm going to move a Priest to Walden and put a temple there as well. And so in the short term, I'll just try and bait Murdering Winter, but in the long term, I'll try and start, pushing Heat Scales, pushing Dominion, and using Breath of the Desert whenever we move around. Does look like Calum has replaced a lot of his units at this point, which is, surprising. He has 4 provinces, but they're all forted, which is really annoying as well. But we should be okay. Just going to gradually kind of go between these forts one at a time and try and take them, I think. But yeah, first thing we're just going to do is just try and bait Murdering Winter. And there's not like we're not like time pressured or anything because our other neighbors are all busy. Maybe Eritrea might start attacking us while we're doing this, especially if he's trading with Calum now. But worst case scenario, we can bring some of this stuff down to defend against that. We'll see what happens. For the time being, though, while I'm just kind of sitting around here trying to make sure that we can safely march against Calum, we're just going to keep working towards getting our globals up. We've got 1 up, so that's 17 nature gems per turn now, which is quite nice. Did have to spend quite a few nature gems putting up a forest stone this term. I'm not doing much summoning, but going forwards, we'll do a lot more Tengus, which would be cool. I could also make, like, I don't know, Boots of the Messenger every turn for like 2 nature gems. Probably a pretty good use of nature gems. This turn I am also forging 2 Dragon Scepters, a Crystal Coin, which I mentioned, another Gate Cleaver, a Ring of Frost. That's just so that I can use Breath of the Desert on Calum's forts without worrying about reprisal from Frostdome. So like if Boone wanted to do Breath of the Desert, he can have a Ring of Frost to be safe from hitting a Frostdome. Besides that, we've got a couple of guys summoning Krassu Tengus in Furia. We'll bump out that number next turn though. And over in Eponia now, we do have this Ryujin who's doing Magic Event. So we'll start interacting with the Lake of Living Water. And see what exciting surprises we get. Besides that, not much else to say. Bogris has this fort under siege. And I can't see Agartha's army anywhere, so it must be inside. So probably going to see a battle between those two pretty soon. Looking forward to that. Besides that, not much to see here. So, it's turn 42. I will show off this guy who's like prepped and ready to cast Maelstrom. Pretty cool. We don't quite have enough gems to cast that. I alchemized a few of our pearls into water gems just to see what we could get up to. Stopped at 50. We're getting close though. We only need 80 water gems. It is very likely though that both Atlantis and Eritrea would be in good positions to cast it themselves, so I would like to cast it with a bit of an overcast just to make sure, especially, well then again, I mean, it might work out in our favour if Eritrea is actually selling water gems to Calum. That's going to diminish their stockpiles. And Atlantis sold his water gems to me, so I don't know, maybe I should just cast it as soon as I hit 80 water gems, to be honest. Maybe that's fine. Anyway, that was turn 42. I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We cast Breath of the Desert on ourselves, and got up to Heat 1 in this province, so that's nice. It's Furia, right? Yeah, Heat +3. Lost a bit of population, but this is a horrible little wasteland anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we're a bit insulated against Murdering Winter, at least. Did some Tengus, also did a Forest Dome. Failed to lure anyone into the sea, which is always very sad. We moved into Kareem with our god. Just refresh your memory what this province looks like. It's actually not that bad, now that I revisit it. you know, a couple of heavy cav, and there's some light cav as well. The rest of the stuff is just, it's like there's archers, there's militia. It's actually probably not that difficult, to be honest. The nature of the units means they're very staggered as well when they kind of run forwards. Anyway, the story here is that even if you put your god on attack, he still likes to do poison. So he would have sent himself home anyway if he hadn't just been randomly hit for 1 damage. But you know, we tried. Yeah, it's not that bad. 50 militia, 31 pike footmen, 31 archers. We can take that in a second. Saw some more battles then. The war between Bogarus, I think, might be pretty interesting to watch, but I don't think just yet. Mushwood we can see Pythium taking a Kalem fort. So I'll just check this out. I don't think we've seen a Pythium army yet, so... Is this new? I can't remember if I looked at one already. But, you know... Is there no sacred stuff here? I'm pretty sure... yeah, I must have checked the Pythian army before then. Because I remember inspecting their bless, I think. I think. I don't know. Either way, we don't really learn much here. In that case. There's only one mage. It's just random units. It's a completely empty fort, though. Why'd you get to do the completely empty forts, and I have to contend with these forts? That kind of sucks. Oh well. Furia was our Breath of the Desert. Eponia is a water rally from the Lake of Living Water. We got a size 1 version, which kind of sucks. Oh, it's 2 actually, alright. I lied to you. Fire Mountains, one of your mages also befriended some magic beings. We got some more gnomes, so there's some gnomes. And in Dragon Point, we got 3 nature gems, which, hey, that's 1.5 pairs of Boots of the Messenger for us, so hey, that's pretty cool. Worldwide event, the Veil of Infinite Horrors has been found, and some of our units have been horror marked. Pannonia is down to moderately damaged, not too bad. And Rodald died from a disease? Alright. Probably could have taken care of that with that Cure Elixir we have, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll start here just because this is funny. So Bogarus sat on this fort and has just left someone sieging it, while he now directly threatens Agartha's cap. That's pretty cool. So if he pulls that off, that'll be very funny. Because I assume he just moves straight onto Agartha's cap next turn. And the best Agartha can do is what? Retreat this to here? And break siege here? And then if Bogarus just storms immediately, Agartha just loses his cap, right? That's pretty funny. I'm moving a scout over there so that we can see what happens. Presumably this is empty. If he's doing this, he must be able to see the report on the map, right? I love it. So that's cool. We'll keep an eye on that. We can also see Man sieging Tianchi at the moment. Or do I have a scout I can get to there? That'd be another battle that would be worth watching. There's a scout. Yeah, let's make sure we watch that. I feel like this army is much depleted, right? Wasn't it like 700 units last turn? Maybe half of it went to Semyok, and... Why would he do that, though? I'm not sure. But we can see 330 units on this report. I'll send the scout over there and we'll pay closer attention. Alright, so over here we're just going to try and bait Murdering Winter still. So the plan here is still much the same. The place I'm actually building up forces now is Pannonia, because I'm sending over some more Ryujin. Find the one that's moving. This guy's moving, so he's got another Siege Axe, Gate Cleaver. And he's leading a bunch more flying units as well. So we're actually building up quite a bit of force here. Hopefully he doesn't Murdering into this province, that would suck. But now we've got like more flying units. I've got a couple of Ryujin doing some more Iron Warriors and Water Relays, and this guy's going to lay down some Pillars of Fire. So, you know, this is pretty significant now. While we're doing that, we're also building up a bigger army in Furia, putting more domes over this province and continuing to heat it so that we're nice and safe here. And I'm moving another mirror to Dragon Point. So there's going to be 2 here. I'll hand them off to scouts, I think. So we've got a couple of units that are just getting... This would be plus 150 on the report. So I'll keep doing that. So hopefully we can just kind of sneakily take this while baiting Murdering Winter here. Wouldn't it be cool if that happens perfectly? Other arrows are moving priests over here so that we have someone to actually bless all those Tengu. Because we've got 1 priest, but I'm going to continuously summon Tengu and just fly them straight over. I might also bring over a cauldron to this province as well to make it look a bit smaller on the map. Because I'm going to forge a cauldron this turn. So Murgos is forging a cauldron. That reduces scouting reports. And I'm still also forging mirrors, I think. Or maybe I'm only doing a cauldron this turn. No, this guy's doing the mirror. Okay, yeah. We'll have another enchanted mirror and a new cauldron as well. So we'll start shrinking this army on the map and start continue blowing this one up. And then hopefully he Murdering Winters us here and then we storm here. And at that point we might have started pushing Dominion a bit as well. I'm also casting Breath of the Desert on Kalem's cap. And that's just to kind of telegraph that I'm trying to move into you, right? So Boone is doing that one. He's now got his Ring of Frost just in case he hits a Frost Dome. And we got a little guy here putting a temple down in Walden. So yeah, we've got temples in these 3 provinces now. I think this priest is also moving 2 Dragon Points, so we'll temple here too. And yeah, steadily push Dominion, cast the Heat Ritual, build up forces in Panyorian and hide them, put mirrors in Dragon Point. That's the 4-point plan for now. To hopefully take out Kalem with minimal losses. We'll see if it pays off. I'll keep you posted. I think that's everything that's happening over there, though. Syria has a bunch of people doing summons now, so there's 4 people summoning Tengus every turn at the moment. In addition to Breaths of the Desert, there's a dome going on over this province. As I understand it, you can safely cast remote rituals on provinces that have domes if you yourself are in the province. It doesn't have to go through a dome in that case, so we can get the heat here all the way up to heat 3 safely without worrying about hitting our domes. That's nice. Besides that, just going to move my God to Limark in case you want to forge some, I don't know, Ring of Wizardry and Sorcery at some point. I do really need to save up pearls to do strands, but, you know, we'll fix that soon. I probably will just alchemize everything into water next turn and put up Maelstrom now, and then we can start alchemizing everything into pearls at that point, and it'll be fine. And besides that, not much else to say. I am going to recruit some H2s over here. Because I realize we don't actually have any H2s to bless the stuff that's on World Pillar. We've got like 1 H2 and 1 H1, but there's a lot of Tengu here. And a lot of Soheis as well. So we need to get those blessed if we want to take this. Which I do. I mean, I do, let's be honest. Besides that, I don't think there's much to say. I am going to point out, because it's cool, that when I brought up the research screen, I wanted to find out how long it's going to be till we hit level 9 if we're doing this much research. So, you know, I asked Google, hey, what's 5,337 divided by 1,779? And it's exactly 3. We're doing exactly 1/3 of the research target, which, I don't know, just is surprising. Might as well also just point out, I'm also going to start making some Amulet of Giants, Boots of the Messenger, Coral Blades every turn. I'm trying to keep saving up gems, but it's pretty cheap. We make lots of nature gems now as well. I guess I'll show off all those items next turn. I also made some of my Dragon Scepters. Not using these yet, but it gives you bonus drakes when you summon drakes. Could come in useful. I do like the Earth Drake things. I've never used them before, but I mean, they're pretty chunky, you know? 58 hit points with 22 protection. Stick that in the front, that's kind of cool. 16 morale as well. Yeah, that's it for this turn though. So that's turn 43. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.